Hello, and welcome to Mechwarrior Online. Today I'm doing a review of the Incubus. This is the Incubus 4, and this is the P, as in Platinum, or Perfect, I don't know, whichever. Anyway, this is my little light mech for just absolutely poking and annoying the hell out of other mechs. I don't typically drive a lot of laser builds, but this one really makes up for that. This has the capability of 7 lasers on board, and I'm using 6 of them. But I'm using 6 of them the way you should. And let me show you what I mean. So I've got 2 ER medium lasers. It gives me a little bit of range, so I don't have to get in close every single time. But when I do get in close, I also have 4 heavy medium lasers. With each of these delivering 10 damage, I can fire all 4 of these, or all 6 of these weapons, and do some serious damage. 52 damage to rear armor is going to be a devastating day, even for an assault mech. It's going to really make it easy for you to do some serious damage and make their lives very difficult. When people get damaged in the rear, they get very conscious of being safe and not being taken out of the match. It's a subconscious thing. That's why doing like a toilet with, a Jenner with 6 SRM weapons is so frightening, or like the scale shot or any of those other mechs like that is so scary, is because those are going to really put down some damage that's going to be hard to walk away from. This is no different. So the 2 ER medium lasers are for me to keep a little bit of range and be able to put some hitting in. I'm not even expecting to do a lot of damage with these. I just want the range is all I really want. So that's what I went with these. So even if I go all the way out to 750 where I'm barely doing any damage at all, it's still getting people's attention. I want them to focus off of the big players and focus on me while I'm running around causing havoc. Now, it could be argued that you could take this extra double heatsink off and use it for something else, like maybe, I don't know, AMS or a bunch of different things. I put as many double heatsinks on here as I possibly could. I wanted to do as much inflicted damage and then walk away. So stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. I had to bring down the arms. Excuse me. I had to bring down the arms, the head a little bit, to be able to get this to work, but it worked out really well. And I'm not a big fan of doing that typically. So this is a 30-ton mech that's delivering 52 damage. It's not a bad deal when you really think about it. Let me show you the skill tree. Actually, let's go take a look at this, the quirks. So what are we getting for quirks? C-bill bonus plus 30, not like I have a choice in the matter. And then armor. Left arm, right arm. Left arm, you're getting plus 10. And then center torso plus 8, and then plus 8 across the left torso and right torso. And then right arm, you're getting plus 8. And then the legs, you're getting plus 8 as well. And that's about it. There's really not a lot to really talk about on this thing. There is a warning that's come up, and it's because I've got so many lasers on board. Let me show you the skills. Skills are pretty simple, honestly. Lots of range, lots of heat. Laser duration reduction, absolutely a must, especially on a laser build like this. Skeletal density maxed out, armor hardening maxed out, reinforced casing. I don't think it's going to do much of a difference, but I added it anyways because I had the extra spots. Overheat damage, 4 points. Cool run, heat containment. I skipped the seismic sensor because I needed it for the heat. And then I went with full radar deprivation and then 2 cool shots and a UAV. Weapon grouping is pretty simple. Wish I knew it was in my throat. Actually, I'll probably end up spitting it up later on and it'll be like, ooh, this is salty, and I'll end up swallowing it because, you know, it tastes good. Anyway, so 2 ER medium lasers on buttons 1 and 2, and then the 4 heavies. I'm going to probably put these on a cyclet fire, so these actually end up working kind of like a beam laser, sort of. So that's one interesting way to do it. You can also just do alpha strikes on all 4 of these. but you're going to get really hot really fast. So you got to be careful with that. And you want to basically get in, hit them as hard as you can, and then get out of the situation, go and cool off a little bit, and then come back and do it again. You don't have a lot of cooling, so you got to be really careful with that. Override is definitely a must. Otherwise, you're going to end up being a sitting target. And to a Fafnir or an Annihilator, he looks at this thing and goes, well, that was a quick kill. Let's move on. He's not even going to think about you. You're probably going to be stuck to the bottom of his shoe. Yeah, so that's how this thing lays out for me. There's a lot of different things you can do with this. You can do 2 ER large lasers if you wanted to. That works pretty well as well. It's good for poking at range. You're not going to do a lot of damage, but it is accumulative. So if you keep it up, doing like cycle fire on the 2, you could actually do quite a bit of damage that way. Once again, it's going to take time to do it though. Another way I've done this as well is I went with 6 ER medium lasers. That was really nice. Another time I did 4 ER medium lasers, and then I did lots of heat sinks and then a flamer out on the arm because you have that additional arm spot. But I didn't. I've tried those ones, and I do moderate damage, 200 to 300 damage. But I've done some really good damage in this one, up to 400 damage in this one a couple times. Anyway, I hope this is useful information, and I hope to see you on the battlefield.